All right, hello, Mr. Walber here. 7.3 triangles. We're going to talk about how you classify triangles first by using angles. The first one is acute, and please write down each one of these so you remember them. Any triangle that has every angle less than 90 degrees is an acute triangle. Obviously, every one of those numbers is less than 90, so anything less than 90 degrees for the angles makes an acute triangle. An obtuse triangle, you have to have one of the angle measures be greater than 90 degrees. Obviously, all triangles have three angles. This one is greater than 90, so it's considered an obtuse. A right triangle, you have to have a 90-degree angle. It's a right angle, it's called. Obviously, there's legs to triangles, and the hypotenuse, it's a term you might not have heard yet. That is the side opposite a right angle. But this is a right angle triangle. Equiangular, obviously, all three of our angles here are exactly the same. 60, 60, and 60 obviously is 180 total, but that's an equiangular. Next, we look at classifying triangles using sides. By the way, a congruent side, they have the same exact length. First, we look at a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle has 0 congruent sides. 0 sides. Not one of these sides is equal to each other. An isosceles has 2 sides that are congruent. And an equilateral, obviously as it says equa, have 3 sides that are congruent. So again, a congruent sides are sides that have the same length. Scalene, 0 sides are congruent. Isosceles, 2 sides are congruent. Equilateral, every side of a triangle is congruent. Alright, let's take a look at classifying a triangle by both angles and by sides. Look at letter A here. I got three angles, 40 degrees, 115, and 25. That would make it obtuse because the 115 is greater than 90 degrees, so it's obtuse. If we look at the sides, there aren't any congruent sides. You might ask how I know that. There is not anything here that tells me that. If you look, jump ahead to B, these two markings here tell me that both of those sides are equal. We don't have any markings on that at all. So since I have no markings and we don't have one congruent side, it's considered a scalene triangle. So what would this triangle be? It would be an obtuse scalene triangle. B, every one of these angles is less than 90 degrees. I don't see any 90-degree mark. These two are congruent, not that that really matters, but that's what that symbol represents. Obviously, this one would be less than 90 degrees as well. So that makes it acute because every one of them is less than 90 degrees. We also have 2 sides that are congruent, so that makes it an isosceles because only 2 of the sides and not every one of these. Whoops, excuse me, I'm spelling this wrong. Isosceles triangle. Alright, so those are the 2 examples there. Here are 2 practice problems. I'd like you to classify both A and B, both by sides and by angles. Good luck, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Have a good night.